Wait for it. Finally. My goodness me. We're back. Okay, so we'll have to start from scratch because the mic was screwed. Anyway, like I was saying, so right. I better stop that. Yep, stop that. Technical issues. Yeah, for some reason, unplugged it, plugged it in. I don't know. It swapped my microphone for some reason. Okay. Welcome everybody, 7 o'clock on the 12th of February. It is a Wednesday. So glad you could join us. Thurnicar Battlecruiser operational, liked and subscribed. Hello to everybody in the chat. Hopefully you can actually hear me this time. Double checking. Looks good. Okay, that's a much better start. So we're going to be taking a look at the usual suspects tonight. A little bit of Gradio, a little bit of Comfy, a little bit of VS Code. Should be a lot of fun. I'm going to take you from start to finish, okay? So you can go from, I saw something cool on a website, to, it's a node in Comfy UI that I use now, because I don't know what you're going to see. So hopefully if I show you this process, you can just hit it. Anyway, I hope you're all having a lovely Wednesday. And here we are, doing it all again. So I'm going to disappear and I'm going to jump back out, hopefully, if I remember. Right, let's get started. So glad you could all be here tonight. You guys missed a great intro. That was my microphone letting me down. Okay. So, first of all, we got a new Gradio, which I built today. It's about an hour old. Let's just refresh that. It's about an hour old. It looks a little bit like this. It has image and video background removal. The background removal uses FFmpeg. So I expect you probably do have FFmpeg installed and available. The way to know is you type cmd and you type FFmpeg. And if you see that, you've got it installed at Path. So, what does this do? Well, Ben 2 came out quite recently, so it's pretty slick. And there are Comfy nodes already. I don't need to make them, but I want to show you this process because it's a great little example, okay? Now, in order to test it, you have to build a dev environment, and these Gradios are essentially, that's my dev environment, you know? So I've got an app.py, which is the Gradio. I have an install bat, which installs the dependencies which are listed in requirements. Now, getting CUDA right can be a bit tricky, so this offers you a good example. If you want to make any project with Gradio CUDA enabled, this is going to be something nice. You can just have requirements.txt and then put whatever packages you need after that. Okay. The install bat, you could create one for Linux, but essentially this one is doing the this is what they tell you to do. They're like, install this and then run requirements. The requirements include things like, you know, Gradio, Torch, all that kind of stuff. And because we're doing it all in a environment, we can have a run script, which is also going to call that environment before we run the app. And then that way it's all in a nice VNV, doesn't touch the system. Okay, nice and clean. All right, there's the requirements again. And obviously the actual Gradio is created with O3 Mini. So, you know, how did we go from... So how did we get here is probably what you're wondering. And I've got it. So let me just eliminate this one for a second. We're not looking at that right now. And we'll look at Bento. We'll go to the chat. And the cost as well. So one, so it's 2, 4. So maybe 10 cents. Yeah, I reckon 10 cents. Yeah. So what we've done is we've customized the installation template, then installed an environment for it, and then written the actual Gradio app. Here it is. That's the prompt. That's the prompt I used to write this one. I need to write a new Gradio script named app.py, which will allow the use of Ben2, a background removal AI model. We need to add any pip package dependencies to requirements.txt, which was just an empty text file. I had already made it. We need to create the new Gradio with 2 tabs. Tab 1 is single image background removal. Tab 2 is video background removal. Author code from the example is shown. Image tab for image and video tab for video. Now I've deleted those files now because I don't need them anymore, but I can show you because they are these. It's very common on Hugging Face for you to find these quick start code. Okay, so I just copied that into a text file called image background removal, and then I went down here and there's a video version which uses FFmpeg. So we've taken this code and called that video.txt, right? And originally they were placed in the root of the folder. App.py didn't exist yet. Okay. And then here's the plan. He's going to do everything I asked him to do, but with more accurate details. And then update the requirements. Does this meet your thing? I said yes, he makes it. And then we move on to the next chat, pretty much. Right? So if we go into this one, we had some bugs. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't starting, essentially. And the way I got around it was by telling him to do it all. So look, I was even having him do the install. So I was like, run it, debug it, add requirements as necessary, you know, install it again, you know, until eventually what I did was I just deleted the VNV and did it one last time. The torch was hard to get right, so take my example from the requirements because it does work. It gives you CUDA acceleration with, I think, 2.5.1, which is not bad. I don't know. It works. Because it was, like I said, when I put it in video mode before, it was doing like 1 frame every seconds, whereas it was almost doing, you know, frames per second, the other way around. Once you had the CUDA, it was noticeably faster. I'll show you when we get there. So essentially what we've done is we've gone through a bunch of debugging with it. Okay, so that's the debugging. Gone through the debugging, got the environment, and then I had some problems with CUDA, like I said, and the problem was that my requirements didn't have this. My requirements had, in fact, this wasn't even right in the end, but my requirements didn't have the plus CU. In the end, what I did Yeah, this one's mine, yeah. In the end, what I did was I didn't put a limit on vision and audio so it could figure it out on its own. Did the index for 121 and then did 2.5.1 for just torch. And then I did a greater than equal for Gradio so it can go over it. I know it needs sound file and OpenCV Python. I wondered if it was going to need Pillow, but it didn't seem to. So, I don't know. You know. Anyway, so like I said, we've got this code example, we've got this how to install it, and like I said, I've tried to do my best to explain sort of if you have an install bat, it's going to create your environment, activate the environment, install the thing that they want us to install, and then install our requirements, which include the CUDA acceleration, the Gradio, stuff for sound files, so that's like loading and previewing audio, things like that, even though we're not doing that. So maybe we don't need that. But I thought we might because there's video involved. And you might want to retain the video. I don't know if we really need it. But anyway, we definitely need that. So once you've installed that, now what you can do is you can run the Gradio, which is essentially just going to run the app.py, but in the activated VNV. So it takes care of all that nonsense, so you don't have to remember to type it every time. And then what I've done is I've put a bunch of examples in here as well. So you've got, this was the input. That's the output. This was the input. That's the output. Okay. And then the video, it can't preview, but it's a green screen of a car. And I can show you that here, maybe. Yeah. So we took this video. Oh. Okay. It's not actually alive right now. I have to bring it back to life. So I'm not going to do it. I normally do it from in here so I can debug everything, okay? But what I'm going to do instead is get it out of the way and just do it from its folder. So let's just run it. There we go. So the idea is we saw something cool on Hugging Face. Oh, that's a cool model, right? And we were like, I want to have a mess about with this. And they've given us some quick start code, right? And so then by having a little conversation with OpenAI or whatever, Claude in Klein through open router. Yeah, this is what we've been doing here a lot. In case you're new, we can run ourselves our own. So, oh, there's no Gradio for something? Make your own Gradio. You can make your own Gradio. So let's just refresh this. So here we go. Now we've got our Gradio. So I'm going to find myself random image roulette. Oh, that's okay, isn't it? Same image, right? So we take this one. I'll put refined foreground on because I think it does a bit of like fine edge stuff. And run it. Now look, there is an error here. So I'm going to be real. I'm not really sure what that error is going on about. And I could just chuck it through, right? But everything seems to be working fine. So I don't know. But yeah, so there you have it. It removes the background. You save it, you know. So that's that one. But the more interesting one was the video background removal, because this is something I use a lot with InspireNet. So let's grab a replicate. So that would be the same image. Right. Okay. Refine foreground. Remove. Now it doesn't give you a preview when it's finished. It'll just be in the folder called foreground. But that's okay, because what I'm trying to do is confirm that the code's working and I've got a grasp of all the code I need before I try to make a custom node out of it. Now I will point out that this is just an exercise. I'm not trying to like do anything groundbreaking here, but I am doing it without stealing somebody else's code, if that makes sense. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff, but it's just nice to know that it's something that we can do now relatively easily. If I look at this here, look, this is the company that came up with the REM-BG and Prama LLC, and essentially they have already made a custom node. They've already done it. And theirs looks like this. It's just a pass-through. There's no options on it. Unless there's another one. I think there are actually two, because there's like a ben2.py and then there's background arrays network.py. So I'm not really sure. I'm guessing that this is the ben2 image, you know. So, and it's fine to be like this, but do you know what I would like? I would like a mask output. Do you know what I mean? Wouldn't it be possible to make a mask from whatever, because that's how I use it a lot. I use it a lot to get an automatic mask of the subject in focus. So yeah, my thinking is if I can make my own, I can add that mask thing I want, and I don't have to go, you know, dirtying up somebody else's code that works just fine without me screwing around with it. But essentially all you got to do is chuck that model file in the folder, and that's another thing I might change. I might make it more comfy friendly and put that in a folder somewhere else, like in the models folder, for example. I've done that with one of my text-to-speech. So yeah, we got a couple of cool little things that we might do with our node, right? And then again though, also though, at the same time, it's not like I'm putting sort of strange restrictions on what I'm doing. I'm just sort of going, you know, they've given me the code. I've turned it into a Gradio. It works. In fact, let's just show you the result of that. So there it is. Okay, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Okay. So that's what we're dealing with. If you're interested, you can download and use this. If you've got a GPU, obviously, on your machine, it'll run in CPU mode. It'll just be a lot slower. It'll fall back to CPU though, so, or it should do. Let me know if it doesn't. Because like I said, when I was first testing it, the CUDA wasn't working, but it should work now. And it's very simple. Just install it and run the Gradio. But like I said, really what this is a way for me to sort of go, right, I know that this all works. And what I've done a lot over time is turn my Gradio project into custom nodes. And so that's pretty much where we start off. So what I'm going to have to do is go into my comfy folder and make a new custom node folder. So, here it is, Machines 11, Comfy UI, Custom Nodes. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to borrow some files from one of my other, I'll borrow from Kokoro. So I'll just copy and paste that. And I'll call this one DJZ Ben2. Ben2 REM-BG, just like that. Let's have a look inside of it. Now obviously we're not going to need, you know, this has got nothing to do with a text to speech node, you know, that's text in, speech out. And what we're doing is, you know, image in, image out. So these are completely useless to us, we don't need them. Okay, the models thing, I think that's got something to do with Kokoro. Get rid of that. The requirements, again, it's something to do with Kokoro. So we're going to replace that with the requirements that we have on the Gradio, right? So obviously I'm going to want to close this folder and then open the new folder, which is where we're going to be working. Constantly, you know, it's a labyrinth. Dashan, welcome, welcome. You got your lettuce. I'm glad you could make attendance. So yeah, here we are. So what we've got to do is we've got our DJZ Ben 2 RemBG, right? Select. Okay, trust yourself. Very important point. Trust yourself and trust the process. So we got Kokoro ONNX right there. So I'm just going to go over to my requirements that I know I need here. Now, obviously, we don't need the torch because Comfy's already got the torch. We don't need the Gradio. So all of this is actually already in Comfy. You know, you'll already have everything you need. So the only thing you need is FFmpeg on System Python for the video stuff. So actually, we don't even need a requirement. Yeah. Yeah, we don't even need a requirement. That means we don't even need an install. The workflow and all that stuff has got nothing to do with this project. Okay, so I think we're... What's this? Yeah, we can get rid of the Pi cache as well. So it's just the init, and at the moment there's only going to be one node and we haven't even made it yet. I will say though, if it works, it's going to have a name, so it'll be DJZ underscore Ben2 underscore RemBG. That's what it'll be. Oh yeah, V1. Yeah, that's what it'll be. It doesn't exist yet, but that's what it'll be. Okay. Save that like that. Alright. I think that's it. All I need to do is actually make it. So then we get to the point, right, I want to make this node. It's going to be image in, image out. So what I'm thinking is we have a a node which does batch, but obviously it will still work with one image. So then it doesn't matter if you're doing a video or if you're doing one image, it's the same node, right? So that's what I'm thinking of for the simple node, right? So that's just going to be image in, image out. Okay, and there's no actual options on it either. I'm just thinking through all of the nodes that I've done. I think all of mine had some kind of option. Ah, Fernicar, to fork or not to fork? That's the question. A penny for your thoughts on forking the node before adding the mask. Right. If you want to fork someone else's code and just add a mask to it, go ahead. It's up to you. You can do what you want. You don't even have to merge it if you don't want to. It'd be nice to offer the author the option of the merge. Do you know what I mean? But this is why I'm making my own. I prefer not to come in and just like do like I said. So this is why I'm trying to make mine from scratch. It's part of a tutorial really on taking anything you see on Hugging Face and turning it into a custom node, because it's not really. Do you know the funny thing is with the advent of OpenAI, like O3 Mini specifically, and Claude, Open Router, Klein, all this stuff means that the coding side of it's easy. It's the other side of it. Like, do you know how to write all the other stuff so that you can test if your code even works? Yeah. It's that stuff which is becoming, because that, you know, whatever the AI currently can't do, do you know what I mean, is you know. But yeah, I don't have a problem with forking stuff. I've forked things before, but usually it's to contribute. So usually the only reason I fork code is because I've added something and I want to contribute. So I'll do a merge with my change. But yeah. Fernicar says the exercise for the AI to figure it out. Got it. Daishan says the more people interact and customize the code, the faster it advances. It's true. In fact, this is one of the things about this. the tool use. And like what you're going to see it do in a minute. Because remember what we've got. We have an empty example workflow folder. We have an MIT license. We have a README. In fact, we don't have a README. And we have an init.py, which is referencing a node that doesn't even exist. That's what we have. That's what we have. So what I'm going to do is obviously two things. The first one is to bring the app, yeah. And you could say, well, why are you bringing the whole Gradio app in? You could have just used those snippets, right? And yeah, I could have done that. And I probably should have done that. But like I said, let's do it this way, because I probably put a bunch of other stuff into this. I can't remember what it was. Let me just think now. It was just the CUDA support. Anyway, I know this works. So, and I've done it before. So why not show you how I do stuff? You know? Right, if I go to my GitHub, and I'll just get anything that, yeah. Because I got loads of those. Essentially, I was just trying to think up a specific node that had, you know, image in, image out. And to be honest, it's like most of them. I should probably base it on VHS effects just for the nostalgia. Can I find it though? That's the question. There it is. The one that started it all. VHS effect. Okay. And so we'll just make a thing called VHS effects v1.py and then just copy it in. Like that. So now we've got two things. We've got the VHS effect and we've got the app.py. But we're actually here to create DJZ Ben2 RemBG v1.py. Okay, so this is where, because I'm afraid of hitting enter wrong, you know, you got to do shift enter and all this jazz. So what I try to do, it's also good because you can like log your prompts. I had a shocker the other day because I use Notepad, Windows Notepad. And the thing is about Windows Notepad, check this out. So whenever you use Windows Notepad, it like remembers what the tabs were. And I had an ungodly amount of tabs. And now you'll notice that now, because what happened normally when you close it, it just goes away and it's got all of the things that you had open. You know what I mean? And then the other day I clicked close like I normally do. And it went, this file doesn't exist. I was like, okay. This one doesn't exist either. I was like, okay. And it was like, do you want to save this? I was like, no. And then it was like, brrr, it just started closing every single tab, and the computer was like, it was kind of funny. So, but anyway, you know, it's just temporary stuff, so there's nothing important. But I think I put like prompts and things in there, you know, because what I do want to do is update my prompts repo so that all of my, like I said, the recent way of prompting has kind of changed a little bit because we've been doing a lot more local stuff. But anyway, this is how I like to have it set up as well, so I can see the file names and I can see what I'm trying to do at the same, you know what I mean? Look, see, this is how I that was how the prompt started out. See, this is what the prompt was for making the Gradio interface. So it's actually really easy. Do you know what I mean? And then all I did was rewrite that and then link the files properly. Again, something about linking files. Sometimes you will say I just created VHS effect. So if I type that, VHS effect, it's there. Sometimes you can't see it because you need to link files. It's the best way to talk to it. But the problem is, like, sometimes it doesn't show up. So to fix that, you could just do close and then open on the folder. Alright, so always start in plan mode, and we're back to the prompt. So, right, this is where I like to be. So obviously we're creating this, right? We are creating a new custom node for comfy UI named. So that's one thing. Do you know what I mean? And then what else would we say? We want to say, yes, okay, we will use the VHS effect. VHS effect v1.py. I'll have to replace these file names with callouts, but it's more accurate. It'll still work if you do the quotes like this, though. I think sometimes I have run into problems where he's like, "Where's that file?" And I'm like, "It's right here." And he's like, "Oh yeah, thanks." So it's a bit funny. Sometimes he'd be a little bit. It's all about attention, I think. Sometimes he can't see what's under his nose, just like us. So we will use VHS effect v1 as a template for the input/output formatting. I find this really helps because there's lots of different ways you can do the tuple for the batch height width channels in doing image sequences, like with video, when you're working with video. And so because I know that this one works, this one applies a VHS effect, okay? But obviously I'm just going to use it for the input output formatting and general layout. For the script itself. Okay. The next thing I want to do. Yes, of course. So the first thing we have to do is say read app.py, and then I have to tell him, give him some context, which is a Gradio for image background removal with 2 tabs. Do you know what I'm thinking? It might make sense just to use the video mode. I never thought of that. It might make sense just to use the video mode for video, because it is faster. Let me just have a quick look at the thing here again. Not that one. Not that one. Not this one either. This one. This will output an alpha layer video, but defaults to MP4 when WebM is false. The default value is false. Hang on a minute. It's got an alpha layer, so I could make that true and have it output the alpha layer. Could I use that as a mask? Maybe. Probably. And then you can actually, look at that. You can expose the, so I could have the RGB for what the mask is going to be. See, that's the difference, isn't it? This is always putting out PNGs. Whereas this has got extra options like, what color do you want the background to be? If you do not use WebM, this will be RGB value of resulting background. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the code snippet in here as well, because I think that it's going to actually increase the accuracy of this. Video rembg.text. I'm going to say .text for a reason, because I don't want it to be aware of it being a script and start, treating it like part of the code base. I want to be able to delete this. That's my hope, anyway. So yeah, rembg. We got another text file now. So what I'm thinking is I need to target the second tab and just go, yeah. I wish to mirror the What was it called? I've forgotten what it was. Oh, damn it. It's not mirror the functions. I know it's mirror the code. Yeah, I wish to mirror the code from the second tab in my new custom node. So actually that can't go first. I've got to do that first. Yeah, do it that way. Read app.py in quotes because I got to link it, which is a Gradio for image background removal with 2 tabs. I wish to mirror the code from the second tab in my new custom node. Yes. I've forgotten there's more to it. It's like you got to mirror the code and, you know, carry out its function or something. I know there was more to it. It'll come back to me, I'm sure. Mirror the logic. Yes, that's it. Mirror the logic. Yes, there we are. Thank you. Thank you, Fernica. Mirror the logic used in the second tab. And I believe that second tab was called Video Background Removal. In my new custom node. Okay. So we've told him we're going to be making a new custom node for Comfy UI called this. Okay, and I'm going to just, which will be based on, there we go. Read app.py. Yeah. I wish to mirror the logic used in the second tab in my new custom node. Cool. Now there's something else about this setup which is funny. See, in this one, maybe I'm thinking of something else because I was working on something else 5 minutes ago, or however long it was now, 20 minutes ago. And I may have split my brain just before starting the stream thinking about a different project here. It happens, guys, okay? I'll be juggling things. I'll be like, what's he talking about? Read app.py, which is a Gradio. Cool, cool, cool. I'm just trying to say, yes, of course. We'll tell him to look at the video-rembg.text, which is the original code example for performing video background removal. Yes. With Ben too. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So then we want to say expose parameters to the user in the node to allow configuration of, and I'll say RGB. RGB is one of them. We definitely want to control the RGB. I mean, it defaults to green, so it's not like a problem, but so we've got RGB, WebM true false, and refine foreground, definitely. Yeah, so WebM, refine foreground. WebM, so wait a minute, RGB equals hex value, well, hex color, gonna have to, yeah, RGB equals hex color, WebM equals true, false. Well, it's got to be a capital T, boys. He might do what I tell him and get it wrong. And then what was the other one? refine foreground. God, that's refine foreground equals true, false. I probably didn't need to tell him all this, by the way, but I'm just trying to show, like, you know, you can really go to town and, like, be specific. So I'm just saying things that I want out of this, you know what I mean? Because I know they're there. And they weren't in the Gradio, right? Refine foreground was, but there was none of this. It wasn't allowing me, look, I'll show you. So if I go here, yeah, it's got all that and it works, but it doesn't have the color thing. You know, you can't change, it's just green screen, you can't change it. So this will, if I get it to do what I want, it'll be a little bit better. Anyway, so expose parameters to the user in the node to allow configuration of the RGB, hex color, web. So and I think that'll do. So then we'll say validate. I love saying validate at the end of stuff lately. So 1. No, in fact, this will be the intro. And then we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. He loves a list. He does. All right. Ah, full dive. Welcome, welcome. He says, hi, hope you're all doing well. Catch up with you soon. Thank you very much. Glad to see you. So, yeah. I'm just going to throw that bad boy in there with all this. I'm going to close my init because that doesn't need to be open. So I've got my code snippet, I've got my example app, and I've got my example node. Okay, the example node does image in, image out, but it applies a VHS effect, right? You've seen me, you may have seen it before on the channel. Anyway, let's do the planning. The planning's always fun. And like I said, what it'll do is now we're going to have a little back and forth about what our vision for this node actually is. Okay. So can you confirm that you want a single new file created in the current directory? Yes, please create the single new file. In the current directory as part of the plan. I'm not sure how he got that one messed up, but we're just gonna answer his questions. Is it acceptable to reuse the overall structure from VHS effect with the video removal section replaced by code excerpted from app high? Yes. You know how people are. I've been asked, why is say yes? Why is it say yes? This is why we say yes. Yes. Is it acceptable? Yes. So we're going to send it. Don't click act yet, because this is like the trigger. This is like the safety mode, I guess you could call it. Like, you know, we're just talking, but when you hit act, he'll start going away and doing crazy stuff. So, okay, so this file will overall adopt the overall structure, input-output formatting from VHS. From app, I'll extract the relevant logic. I don't like how he uses this wording, but extract the relevant logic from, mind you, maybe that's what it is. Extract the relevant logic. Maybe that's how he sees it. You know, it's not code, it's just things that work. For video background removal tab, this includes Gradio callbacks. I don't know about that. We might have to clean it up. I will incorporate core processing code from videorembg.txt, which provides the original thing. Oh, okay, so it's actually going to use that. So what's he going to what's he bothering to use from app then? Should we just tell him not to bother with app? Nah. It looks like he didn't need app. He probably could have just done it with the code snippet. But anyway, I'll expose 3 configurable parameters. RGB for the background color, WebM, and refine foreground. Fernicar says, could you clarify if for you, does it count as one shot to use planning? I think so. We haven't really told him to do anything yet. Do you know what I mean? So, like, if I'm planning, I haven't... This is just a conversation at the moment. Yeah, we have a plan of what we want to do, but the difference is that... So we're planning, right? But then when we go to act mode, he'll execute the plan. That's the difference. See, before, we had to do our planning as part of the execute prompt, which is like... It could be full of confusion, mixed goals, you know. So this allows you to really distill your own prompt right down and then be like, is that what, because he might say, is this what you really want? And that's what you do need this conversation that we have here. But I don't think it's really like the act. If the code he produced on the first go from act works, I would have called it one shot. Even though some people, I guess, would say, oh, but you could have been talking to him for days. You're like, yeah, but does that always produce a better output? And I don't think it does. But I think that, because the thing is, think about it like this. I could have written all of this out myself and brought it into act mode straight. And then it would be one shot, wouldn't it? The difference is that I'm inviting him to help me with the planning because I want to see all of these other considerations it makes that, and to be honest, a lot of the time I didn't even think of that, you know. I'd be like, oh, that's a pretty cool idea actually. So, and he just knows package names, you know. He's a very knowledgeable guy, this assistant. Yeah, the bad seed thing. So obviously right now there's no seed control, so we can assume it's a random seed every time. So obviously if you distilled whatever this conversation, whatever this planning is, if you just distilled, if I say distill this plan into a single prompt, he'll do that, and then I could run it 10 times and then get completely different outcomes. Yeah. So that's the bad seed thing. Okay. So I'm almost happy with this. The only thing I'm a little bit sketched about is the fact that he's like, oh, I'll include these. Ah! 5. Validate by using the app video. Oh, do you know what? I never updated all of... See, I told you it still works. I never did all of this. I was supposed to edit the prompt and actually call out all the files, but because I used the correct file names, I got away with it. It's nice, that. But yeah, I should have been doing @/file name. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So let's just see what else. Use logic parameter from that as a reference. Validate the hex stream is valid. Oh dear. Validate WebM a bootly. Okay. Oh, okay. Strange. It's doing weird stuff. That's the wrong type of validation, my guy. Okay, remove the validation step 5. I think I might have I think I broke that. Let's hope I didn't break the whole plan. Yeah, basically what I did was I asked for something with the wrong wording. What did I say? I said validate by using the video renbg.txt, and then I was supposed to type a bunch of other stuff and didn't. So yeah, I should have like given him more context. And so what he did was he started saying stuff like, I'm going to validate hex strings and stuff. I'm like, whoops. So let's just act. It's weird though, it's got a weird way of installing it. Well, we'll have to figure it out. So, it's all there. Ooh. No, mate. This is... Wait. Okay, first of all, where are the inputs? Yeah, it's not. It didn't... It kind of worked. It almost worked. Alright. Seed 2. Fight. So what did I do wrong here? We're creating a new custom node for Comfy UI named Ren2RemG, which will be based on this as a template. Oh, I know. It's because I didn't do the links, isn't it? Right. So what I will do is go to that folder and zip this up as failure, because that was just a straight fail. That's not, this isn't even a comfy node, it's just Python. Fail. So here comes that seed analogy we were talking about just now. Get rid of that. So leave, right, validate by ensuring that the new node is a Comfy UI node. Compare with VHS. So VHS read app.py. Do you know what? I'm actually torn. I'm torn over whether I should use app.py, because it's already parameterized, you see. Maybe I also need to do a little bit more explanation about that as well. Alright, tell you what. We'll do one with and one without and find out. So one of them will be just using the Gradio, and then the other one will just use the, you know, the code, what's it, the layout. So 1, 2, 3. So yeah, if that makes sense. So before, what we were doing is we were saying read the app, read the code snippet, you know, and then expose a bunch of parameters, right? But now what I'm saying is the exact same thing. But what we'll do is we'll do the Gradio first. And I'll actually, you know, type it out right this time, because, yeah, I forgot to do that. So that, what I meant by that is, no, that's the new one. It's this one. Because it might be that he wasn't even aware of the the files I was trying to get him to. It's like, read this thing that you don't know. I think that's it. Yeah, go. And also, there was evidence, I was reading about this today, that the intelligence of the LLM goes down as the conversation gets longer. It starts off like quite high and then it slopes off. It doesn't drop off, it just slopes off, you know, like so, and they always say use a short conversation. So, look at that. I'm going to create node class mappings. See, there were none. There were oh wait, it's gone now. But yeah, there were none. So, all right. So this is going to be the one that was based on my Gradio. There's nothing to change. Everything looks good, I think, because it's just input, output, remove background. 03 Mini, any insight? Got access thanks to my sister. I think it's great. Right now, like I said, I mean, I'm doing like a long-term test. Since we got access to it, I've decided to make it my main model for everything. And just to see, really learn how it works. It's similar to Claude in a lot of ways. I haven't put them up against each other yet. But I got a good feeling from using it. The one thing that I've noticed though, this is something which you don't get with the other models. DeepSeek is the worst for this as well. So whatever you are submitting is your input, and then whatever it gives you is your output. 03 Mini, the output tokens are very low in volume, is something I've noticed. Yeah, so like DeepSeek would have given me like 100,000 tokens back by now. Do you know what I mean? Because it just doesn't stop talking. Other models are similarly verbose, right? But even when it's giving me all the right answers and everything, it's very efficient on tokens. I don't know how that is. I don't know what they've done to do that. Oh look, they've made it. Right, so let's have a look. I mean, this looks good, actually. This looks good. I think it nailed it. From the Gradio, I think it nailed it. We've got the parameters that we wanted. They look legit. Right. Okay, I see. Refined foreground default false. WebM default false. Yeah, I think we've done it. We've exposed the missing params. Alright, we might not need to do the other one then. Let's, that was the whole point of this exercise too. It's like, build the Gradio, test the Gradio, use the Gradio, make the code. Anyway, there's only one little snagging point which would make a lot of people trip up. And that's, how do you install the node, right? So we're gonna test this node. It should be already added to the init, so if I go to the init file now, it should show up green. Yeah, it does. We could probably change the label though. Save that. Yeah, one-shot is, I don't think it's really something that you want. One-shotting isn't, it's just something which, it's a way for us to test a tool. You know, if you can come up with an exercise that can provide or not, you know, a one-shot solution or a one-shot output, that's okay. But it's a starting point. Everything's a starting point. So let me just... Have I even got Comfy UI running right now? Nope. We're still running the other thing. Right, so let's just shut that then. I need to find... It's definitely nearly coffee time. Can you tell? I need an injection straight to my eyeballs. Right, we'll get rid of that because it was broken. We should probably ditch this for now. And we'll ditch that as well. We can copy them back in if we need to. Okay, that looks good. So duplicate the tab and head back to firing up the comfy engine. Right, and we'll see how horrifically broken it is. So yeah, I mean, what I've been trying to show you in this first hour tonight, that was the plan, and we just about, if it works, we hit the goal right on time. If not, we got more work to do. But the whole plan was, I saw something cool on Hugging Face. Why is the website all hopelessly squashed? Here we go, right. I saw something cool on Hugging Face. They gave me a codex, they gave me a code thing. How do I do it? And so obviously copy the code to a text file, put that text file in the root of the project. When you're talking to the thing, say, you know, at whatever the name of the text file is, this is a code snippet, and then whatever else I do, I mean, I've deleted most of it from this particular project, ironically, but you know, there's your code snippet, which we won't need, by the way. We just needed it to show the AI, like, hey, look at this. Do you reckon we could do this? And then I show it an example of a custom node. Hey, did you see this? Did you notice I didn't even say remove the... Did you notice I didn't even say remove the VHS effect stuff? It just knew that already. It just knew. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, hey, I want to make a new one. Make it like that one, but make it do this code. It didn't, because you would think, oh, well, how come there's no VHS code in here? Because I never said to remove it. I'll be interested to see if this works, actually, because look, model. See, what? It's like magic. The Hugging Face stuff, you know? Like, will that even work? The only thing that concerns me is that, when we look at the tool, where is it? Where's the tool gone? Here. When we look at the tool, it had a funny installation process. So look at that. We have to do pip install this, right? So what I'm going to do for this project is I'm going to make a special install bat, which is based on something else. So, because these don't use portable, see? These don't use portable. So if I go into DJZ custom nodes, in fact it's quicker to go into one of the other ones now. Take install portable, which is a thing I wrote ages ago. Whoa, I'm getting hijacked. Whoa, okay. So if I put that in there, and what we'll do is we'll say install Ben 2 portable. Okay. And then if I go to this install.bat again, you'll see there's that line, right? So you can guess what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit this one. Maybe. Might not work. Let's see. Yeah, I think it will work. I think it will work. Just got to go from like here. Do that. And then do the same thing from there. And then just get rid of the requirements set. I'm just trying to think if that was the best way to do it. It might work. Because, I mean, I suppose I could have just parameterized the same expression, but we'll try that as version 1 and see. Okay. Because what that essentially does is, if you've got Comfy embedded Python portable, right, it's going to install the thing to the Comfy portable, and if you're using system Python, it will install it to the system, and technically that's all you need. So if we do that, let's see what happens. It's definitely coffee time, guys. I'm gonna have to buy some more coffee soon. Oh, good. That's nice. That's nice. So now we can do a little restart. There we go. It's still not opening new tabs. That's got to be a new thing. Who's got ice cream? I hope you brought enough to share. I'm only joking. Daishan. Good coffee, says Fernicar. Good coffee always comes slow. So, Daishan, I honestly don't think one shot is desirable. Yeah, we talked about that. True. Didn't really occur to me. Recommendation from DeepSeek. Interesting. Oh, 03 Mini High. Sorry, Fernicar. Fern Mini High. I don't know. I've not even used Mini High. Shall we have a look and see in a minute? We'll have a look and see what it can do in a minute. If it's on the list, I'll have a look. We'll have a look. Ah, beautiful. Right then. So, we're in Comfy. Let's get rid of that. So what we got? Ben 2. Oh! Ah! Something didn't work. And remember, people say to me, do you still use Claude? I say, hell yeah, I still use Claude. Wait, hang on a minute. It is there. Huh? Huh? I'm confused. I think I've screwed something up. Give me a minute. I think I've screwed up something to do with you know, how the node. It's called DJZ Ben. That's good. That looks good. Wait, is there a spelling mistake? Hang on. Let's just copy these. It looks the same to me. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. Is it in the right Comfy? Am I using the right Comfy? 11. 11. Yeah, I'm in the right comfy. I'm using the right comfy. It's installed, but it's not showing up. So that's fun. So it's funny though, because it says import. It says, you know, it's not saying import. It failed. Is it giving me any errors? The unable to import Panavision. Is there any more which I've missed? I think this was the previous run now. Yeah, so no feedback from Comfy. Comfy. Let's just get rid of these real quick. Refresh it, maybe? Don't tell me that was it. It was as well. I just had to refresh the bloody page. Oh, crap. That's not... Oh, it's doing the same thing again. Remember this happened yesterday? Where it decided to make the node into... it was something to do with the way it's written it. It's something to do with the way it's written the bool options. It's wrong. Hang on a sec. I'm just trying to remember. Hang on. This is funny. I can't believe it's doing the same mistake again. Was it Cockero or XT? I think it was XTTS. And then when we look at how it defines the inputs... Use GPU. Right. Okay. Okay, so we can do it from here. So use GPU is the call out. So there's WebM, right? And then it says bool. Default false. And this isn't the correct syntax. This is the correct syntax. So if I just literally take this, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat and break everything. Hang on a minute. Because it's got a funny way of writing. Why has he written it like that? In fact, hang on a minute. Is this a trap? Required, bracket. So strange. Matter of fact, hang on a minute. There shouldn't be a comma there either. Yeah, there shouldn't be a comma here. What else did it get wrong? Return type text. Uh-oh, that's wrong. What do you mean return type text? It's really confused, guys. But I think we can fix her. This is breaking my brain to look at it. Because everything tells me it's supposed to look like that and then that. But it's just written strange. You know, it's like for some reason everything's written like this. Which is super strange. Ooh, what the hell's root code? Oh, nice. I've got, that's one of my plugins. Okay. Now maybe I just broke everything. Oh wait, I still need to do the same thing over here as well. Refine foreground. This is the same thing, but with the comma. And do that like that, like that. That's so weird. It looks so weird. Like normally you'd break it up with the brackets. It's just a really weird. It's hurting my brain a little bit. Oh, I know why. No, I don't. No, I take it back. I take it back. Like, yeah, you would think it goes there, wouldn't you? Whoa, you would think it goes there like that, but yeah, maybe. Same with this one, really. Like there. It still looks horrible. Ah, no, it's nothing to do with infected mushroom. But, you know, good music is good music. So, what do we got here? Uh-oh. Yeah, we've... I think we've utterly destroyed it now, guys. I don't think it liked my little edits, so I put it back. Funnily enough, like why can't it just... Is this illegal? What the... Stop trying to autofill everything. Yeah, there's some really... Look, stop it! Right, look, stop it. Ridiculous. Right. No, stop it. Stop trying to do it. Okay, so... Like, my understanding is that when you're done, no more commas. That's my understanding. Do you know what I mean? Just base level, right? But what do I know? Now you got me thinking about mine. So when I looked at mine, required... Oh, I got trolled. I got debated. So remember how I said... It's only the last one. Every other one needs commas. So yeah, okay, fine. I take it back. I'm trying to code Lua or something. So actually, no, you do need that one. And you do need that one. Which makes sense, because it was working before, right? I wonder what else I broke in my craziness. Let's find out. I should have fixed the actual problem, though, which was that the two things were incorrect. But, hey, we'll find out, right? I don't know, eh? But yeah, we're close. We're close. It might be that I have to, like, completely torch it and start again, but, you know, won't be the first time. Ooh. I brought donuts. Grab one from the back. Enjoy. There should be enough for everybody. Okay. Are we back? It's kind of... I'm used to it like popping out a new tab all the time. And then it doesn't do it any, you know, and it's kind of weird. All right. Oh, nuts. Are you kidding me? Oh no, it's okay, guys. I can still pay my rent this month. All right. Oh no! It doesn't understand. I am sorry, my friend. Yeah, the input-output products are completely screwed up. That's okay. Again. Return types, image. Return types, text. Yeah, so actually we just need to type image. No. Oh. Image. There we go. what else has it done? I got a funny feeling that it screwed some other stuff up now. No. Okay. Outputs should be going to... Right. We're going to need our example back. New. VHS.py. Let's just call it that. Save it. Looking at this one, I'm going to go into plan mode. The tokens are low, so we should get away with that. Because we're still talking about this. Actually, no, I think I can start a new chat now. Did you see it was only 32,000 tokens and 2,000 back, though? It's crazy. So you're saying there's a new mini, right? Let's have a look. Mini high. So $4.40. $4.40. So it's the same cost. Max output 100,000 tokens. 65,000 tokens. So yeah, it is what they said it is. They give you 40% more. And it makes up to about half as much as what you get from Claude. But hey, I'd say that's cool. Yeah, we'll swap over to it now. Thanks for the recommend, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Fernicar. Okay. So it's basically the same model, just with a longer context window. Okay. Okay, so we didn't need this one in the end, but I'll keep it for the sake of whatever. Right. So, I won't get away with that because, of course, this file, it has name all inside of it, so it has to be called what it is. Otherwise, it's like not correct. So I have to actually say it right. So, please check over my custom node at DJZRemBGP, right? Yeah. Which is supposed to take a batch sequence of images, remove the background, then send that batch images to the node output. Here is an example of the VHS effect node, which adds a simulated effect to a batch of frames. We need to ensure that the input/output image batch sequence is handled in the same way. So with our new node, we need to as VHS. Bit of a long-winded way of saying make it like that one, which does also work, but is a lot more imprecise. Okay. So let's do it properly, shall we? 1. Read at DJZ thing, which is our remove background video custom node to read at VHS, which is the VHS effect simulator. 3. Ensure that the new REM-BG video processor processing is handling the input/output. Oh yeah. Mirror the logic in VHS effect. Wait, no, it's not that though. It's not mirror the logic. I wish it was. Is handling input output formatting. Using the same method, in the same way, with the same approach. I'm just enjoying donuts and coffee at the moment, guys. I do apologize. Oh man, I can't get fat. I'm trying my best. Okay, right. Okay. Was that a statement or a question? Ensure that the new remove background is handling input-output formatting. See, all I'm trying to do is make sure he doesn't cheat. I think I've got it. Ensure new outbound. I'll just say correctly, and he can figure it out. It's supposed to be images in, images out, and it's obviously gotten screwed up. Thinks it's getting text output and weirdness, other weirdnesses. So we'll get it fix that. Myetics. It's probably because no one knows how to say that word, dude. Daishan just said, it's somewhat comical that the development of LLMs in 2025 is focusing on reinforcement learning when it is a philosophical principle known as myetics, a theory of knowledge generation that's more than 2,500 years old. What's my favourite donut? Full dive? You know, I'm a classic. Frosted style is cool. But if I'm feeling like splashing out, it's got to be the hazelnut filled. Hazelnut filled. The Krispy Kremes are, they're too good. They're a crime. But I suppose it depends where you are, and you know, not all donuts were created equal. So replace the video parameter with images so that the node accepts a batch of images rather than a single video file. Yes, correct. Update the processing function. Check the image tensors. Convert image torch to numpy. Iterate over each frame. This requires using a per image segmentation feature. Huh? That bit worries me. Yeah, hazelnut, chocolate hazelnut sauce. It's the same thing. Oh, wait, no, it probably isn't, actually. No, it's not, is it? Hazelnut isn't wait. A segment image method. I don't know. I'm just going to say I am unaware of a segment image function. It may exist, it may not. How about that? What do you think about that, O3 Mini High? But yeah, I've been having excellent results with O3 Mini Standard. I don't know about O3 Mini High, but I'm hoping that it's, you know, it's just more attention, not like blasted. So we'll see, won't we? Okay. Check if the bend base model has a segment. If it does, use it to process the frame. If not, fall back to leaving the frame unmodified. Well, there's a thing. What's he talking about? He's suddenly going on about how, wait, we've got model segment video. Hang on. Yeah, we've got model segment video. So, I mean, he's getting his knickers in a twist over a function. I guess he put a fallback in to just do nothing instead of. It's doing all kinds of stuff here. It's doing all kinds of stuff, and not a lot of it is making it yeah. We're just gonna hope that the model does its job at this point, because because yeah, like I said, video, text, that's not gonna work. What? Mini high may hallucinate more because it is high. Right, did Sam Altman just tweet that one? Is that another savage Altman tweet? Could be. Could be. I also don't need this one. I need load video. Just normal load video. Ah, don't tell me I don't even have the VHS suite yet. Huh? That's not it. Oh wow, look, it's somebody else doing a VHS effect. Cool. Video helper suite by Kosinkadink. Why is it asking me this now? I'll take the latest, okay? It never used to ask me that. Weird. It's been updated, baby. So let's give it a restart. And hopefully when we come back, we'll have a video loader as well. Daishan says, I don't know if anyone else said it. The question marks were to reflect that it's a joke. Yeah, I know. I was also joking. False attribution meme. Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Load a video. Image to image. Image to Combine. And we'll probably leave it on image GIF, but do 25. What the heck? There's all kinds of new stuff here now. That's cool. They must have had an update. Format animate diff. Huh? What's this about? Why would you have a format on loading something? What does that mean? Huh? Oh wait, animate diff. Wait. Huh? Mochi. No way. Oh, that's... Ah, crap. That's cool. So, Hunyuan. Interesting. Cosmosu. Say, I do not know. Okay, open this one. Let's get that guy. Wait, it's too big. Wait, what? Is that telling me how many frames there are there? That's good to know. It's too big though. Need to get a small one. I want to get one of them smooth videos. There we go. Right. What's that? What's the arrow mean? What's the arrow mean? It's blowing my mind, man. So we're going to go refine foreground true. And then just see if it runs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, it already did it and it's trying to make it into GIF files. Which I can't see. Well, that's no good to anyone, is it? Let's try web. Okay. Didn't work. What about if I put it into WebM mode? I haven't seen it remove any background yet. Nope. What's it say here? Same error that I saw in my other thing. So what is happening, I think it's actually bypassing. Yeah, back to the drawing board, basically, yeah. Alright. Not a problem for me. So what I'm going to do then is... I'm going to do two things. Number one... I'm going to disable mine. Yeah, you can. Oh, and here too. So how do we get out of it, you know? How do we get out of it? Okay, so disable our nodes. And download somebody's that work, lol. We'll restart Comfy with our nodes disabled. And we'll use the official node. Yep, I know. Ben 2. Oh, look, it comes with Ben 2 support. That's interesting. But it's not. That's weird, isn't it? So they didn't actually... Very interesting. So it's a slightly different setup. Okay. I can deal with this. There. Good. Install requirements. I bet the requirements are different, and if I see, this is the thing, learn from other people. That's the step we're doing now, by the way, if I didn't mention it, if I didn't already. Install portable. So let's look at their requirements. Oh, look at this. There's a whole bunch of things. See, I just kind of assume that you already have them. And the thing is, I probably don't already have them because I got a fresh install. So let's see how he gets on. Oh, no! No such thing called image. Well, that's not a good look. Alright, well, image doesn't exist apparently, so let's see if it'll run without it, but yes. Bottom line. He doesn't import anything. Yeah, it seems a little bit silly. Alright. This is interesting as well. Random seed. Wow, this is huge. Okay. Well, that's certainly a lot of code that I didn't have. So do we restart the comfy again? Back, start, okay, close. Okay. Anyway, like I say, just a reminder, because we're like deep in the weeds. Just a reminder. Things that you can get off my GitHub. A whole bunch of different gradios. Olama for local. There's better ways of doing it, but it's like if you want something to steal to build something that's your own idea, you know? I'm not trying to take over here, alright? There's already things like Open Web UI, you know, you're not going to come along and just generate that, right? But if you've got ideas for stuff you want to build, you know, now's the time. It's so easy. In fact, you could argue, well, why bother? I could do it in 2 months and it'll be even easier. And that there's some truth to that. There is some truth to that. Yes, it's gone. No Bentoo. Maybe it's under MBG. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Don't tell me it doesn't actually work. So we've got... No, not me. Oh, wait, no, that isn't me. That is someone else's. So background arrays network. All right, back... There it is, background arrays network, okay? So let's see how it does. Let's put that to the test. Oh yeah, we forgot to download the model. That does help. Let's see, which one should we run? That's Kokoro, mate. That's Kokoro. Here we go. So it's 1.3 gigabytes for Ben 2 base. But there's also a model.safe tensors, which is 381 megabytes. So what's the deal? Ben 2 base.path. Okay. What's the safe tensors for? See, the safe tensors was added 7 days ago. It's a little bit suspicious. Oh, I know why. It's because they had a version that you could use for free, and then a version that that was paid online. I believe. Is that what it was? Let's have a look and see. I might be wrong. It might just be quantized. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's just quantized. 32 down to 16 and then to FP8 maybe. Did they even say anything about it? Nope. Okay. So you tried the full model through our free web API. They had another model at one point. Strange though. Could it be? Don't know. Oh look, and there's the requirements I needed earlier. Oh well. No, no. Are we up? We're up, and it's broken because it didn't have the thing, so we have to put that in the node folder because that's what they said they want. It's got to be in here. Okay. What I'll do is I'll use their node to fix my node, essentially. I still want to see if I can get a mask out of it though. That's probably the more important thing that I'll be using a background removal tool for. There it is. Now I bet you have to restart. You can't just use it. Sometimes you can, but usually you can't, so I just nip it in the bud. Okay, so I think the main difference is I didn't have a model in the folder and I didn't have the Ben 2 Python script either. So I don't know how you're supposed to do, you know, background removal, because obviously this is going to use those functions. Let's have a look. Ensure the image is in RGBA mode. There's that comfy UI format. This is actually pretty simple. I'm surprised. There's not much in here. Import Ben 2. Return type image. Return name image. Function process. Load the checkpoint. To pill to tensor. Process image. Run inference, convert the foreground to tensor and then to output. Done. Wow. There's barely anything there. It's crazy. I look at mine. That one. Oh, it won't let me look at it. Look at that. Being blocked. I can look at them here all day. But here, nah, can't do it. Windows, high level, high tier, top tier, top shelf. Anyway. So yeah, we should be back in the game. So let's just have a look and see how we're doing. Hey, so now we've got our thingy. Maybe it'll work this time. So let's just speed it up by doing a 25 frame cap. Daishan says, I remember there is a filter in Adobe that highlights movement in videos. For example, highlight breathing or movement in the eyes. Does this filter have anything to do with that? No, but I have done stuff like that. A lot of it is just having two videos playing and one like is using a difference and it's like 1 or 2 frames behind or ahead. But I did do a bit with that not so long ago. But yeah, it's I think it's difference between the frames is how they highlight. That's not a video, my guy. I could have sworn it was. Yeah, it's not that, although that is putting out... Wait. Nope, it's not moving. It's not moving. No. I swore it was WebP that supported transparent, but now look, we got no frames. It's not very good. It's doing one image. That's what it is. This isn't the video. So the Gradio has an image. So I've made this, or rather he's made this, but they haven't made this. And this is what I want to make. I want to make the video background tool. This is for some reason not supporting a batch. So we managed to get it to do it, but it only converted the first frame by the looks of it. So even though it works, and it works really well too, it's done a great job. The only thing is, that's not video. Whoa! I didn't realise that had music on it. Okay. So the question becomes, can I learn from this? I don't think I can, you know. No, not that. Not that. From this. I don't think I can, you know, because... Because this one doesn't actually... doesn't have batch process. I'm just wondering if it might be easier to do what you guys were talking about at the beginning of the stream, because I've shown off the concept of what I was talking about now. You know, whether or not it works first time is like a day to day, so I'm not really too bothered about that. Yeah, what I'm thinking is, would it be cool to fork this project? I think it would. I think I should fork this project and then use the code snippet from the other one. Do you know what? I'm doing it. Where's your comfy nodes? Here. Right? This is such a strange thing. So, who... Okay, right. Fork it. Yeah. No comment. Just fork it. I don't normally fork code, but then you know, whatever. It was going to happen one day. Not editor. Window. Okay, cool. Open folder. And it ain't there. It ain't here. Let's do it in a project area first. Yes. So we'll call it like Ben 2 nodes. Right. Okay, so now we've got a new clean home. We're going to immediately do what I told you, which is open the terminal and git clone, Control Shift V, git clone our fork, right? So there it is. And immediately it's missing something. It's missing my install. But that won't work. That install won't work because that install is for when you're in Comfy UI, right? So the Python exec path is wrong. And I'm not going to change it because that's what you use to install the damn thing, right? So what I might do is have a different install. Is there any point in doing that? No. Just don't install it. What I'll do is I'll copy the script to the Comfy version to test it. And then I'll just have to track the changes myself. Yeah. That'll work. Okay, so basically we've got a dev environment and we've got a live environment, but they're essentially the same thing. Yeah. So this is my node. And then if I go to their thing, I'm hoping that this code snippet is still going to work. I think it will. So we go to this and we're going to just say video BG arrays network .py? No, .text. Save that there. So then while I'm in here, I should be able to create a new custom node which is called this, right? So create a new custom node named, oh crap, there we go, .py. Yeah. Video BG arrays network. There we go. That looks good to me. Create a new custom node and this for Comfy UI based directly on. It'll be at, well, it'll be background. Based directly on background arrays network .py. Yeah. Ha. We will add additional options as parameters or drop-down menus in the case of true, false options. Maybe he'll figure that out. Exposed. I'm trying to hit it this time. So do you reckon? I reckon. I'm going to try without using Video BG Erase Network code right now, but. Nah. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah. Use the what was it? Model dot segment video code snippet in the video BG. Right. Okay. Let's copy that up. Copy that in. Plan. Okay, we will add additional options to the node, exposes parameters. I mean, okay, and then we just need to attach all these things up. Okay, let's go with that. Good times. If only it was, like I said, it's funny. The Gradio can sometimes be easier to get off the ground, which is strange because it's got the same fundamental structure to it. Anyway, so what we're going for is we're going for video support here. So create a file, video BG erase network containing a new node class, the init method. Load the model in the same way from the checkpoint, from the base directory. Output path. Output path parameter. The it's like it's the most complicated way to explain a video upload dialog, but yeah, it's gonna have WebM, drop down default false, drop down default true. It seems to have figured a lot of stuff out. Implement a method named process video that takes these inputs and calls model segment video. Convert string based booleans. Video BG erase network v1. Yeah, we'll do it and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, like I said, there was another reason why sometimes I wouldn't see. The thing is, right, I mean, you can just download my forks, it's not a big deal, right? If it works, because I don't like imposing on other developers, you know what I mean? You're like, oh look, this bit, sometimes they appreciate it and they're like, oh wow, that's cool, thanks. Other times they're like, well, I didn't do that because of this, and you get like a different, let's say you get a different response sometimes when you do contribute merges, and that's okay. So I don't like to prod other people in their noodles, you know. But yeah, So strange. I've not seen it where we start doing a bunch of scripty stuff before finishing with the imports. Normally the imports are all at the top, but, you know, there's a first time for everything, I guess. Oh. Look at that, it got it right. Oh, wow. So it looks like there's actually a buttload more options now. See? So when I was asking for options, well, I guess all that's left is to try it out. Yeah, sometimes they don't appreciate you messing around with their stuff, which is fair enough. You know, they might have spent days working on it and you just changed something which they had to fight for. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I get it. I get it. So he's sort of like a professional courtesy not to expect, you know, that he's just going to automatically merge all your commits, you know what I mean? It's like, chances are, no. That's not what's going to happen. Okay. But usually they're chill, actually. I haven't had a response like that for ages. So let me see. Oh my god. What the heck did it call itself? Video BG Erase Network. I don't know. Why did you call yourself that? Video BG suddenly ER bugger ass network. That's not good. That's not good. How the hell? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You didn't even add it to this? Wait a minute. Is my in it better than? No. I like this one though. It's nice and short. I wonder if I can just shuffle my way through this one too. So that's the function, and then the name of it is video bg underscore arrays underscore network. That's not good. It's not working. It's not working. I think it might need me to say it this way. I think he does, but that's not. That melts my brain. Yeah, there you go. It's green now. I'm not even gonna say anything. Wait, it's not green. Crap. What? It's done something weird to me here. Right, so it's decided to call it something other. Right, I'm just gonna fix it because no. Right. Hey, green. That's what we're looking for. And so in case you didn't follow what that was all about, I'll just explain. So sometimes the name of the class gets changed by the hallucinations in the AI, and then they don't match, and then it doesn't match the file name, and all hell breaks loose. So, oh, hang on a minute. It seems like I half fixed it. That's not good. Before I explain myself, I will continue to break everything then. Is it broken? No? Good. Right, cool. So what I've done is I've just changed it so that the name of the file matches the name of the class, matches the mappings, so that in the init we can actually initialize the new node, which means we can restart and actually have a chance of loading it. Maybe. Fernicar says it may be easier to get on their bad side when they realise AI is involved in forking their code. Haha. Well, to be honest, did you know? Fun fact, okay? And it's what the hell? It's 9:15. Where's my coffee? Fun fact: 80% of working developers use AI in their workflow, and they're using things like what the stuff I'm showing you is what's being used. This Klein with O3 or Claude or whatever the latest cutting edge model is. This is industry standard. It's 80% now. So coffee time. I think that statistic came out of, like, you know, some big Wall Street analytical agency. Do you know what I mean? I don't make stuff up. I won't say stuff like that unless I can't prove it. I don't have to study, right? But it's already happened. People, while you were sleeping, AI took over. It's already done. So that's I was joking about this the other day. I was like, because of the acceleration. Did you know that the acceleration is accelerating still? So some people are trying to tell you fear of underdevelopment. They're trying to tell you, oh, AI is going to level out. Oh, they're hitting a wall. No, they're not. If you actually look at the graph, it's actually accelerating faster still. If you look at any metric, you know, how many projects are coming out, how many companies there are, any metric, papers being published. Just keeps accelerating. Right, we got 3D, and we got video training at home in the same month, and everyone was talking about DeepSeek. Okay, so we didn't even get a chance to talk about how great 3D generation is, because everyone was talking about the latest AI model that had just beat. Do you know what I mean? That's how bad it is. Like before, like 2 years ago, something would come out and it would have a couple of weeks to breathe. Yeah. It would be the best thing in that type for a while. Look at what happened with the video generation stuff. So Mochi came out. Within a month, LTXV came out. Within a few weeks of that, Hunyuan came out. And then within a couple of weeks of that, all of the training stuff came out. So Daishon says, I imagine the remaining 20% actually use Notepad because it is the new development environment. Yeah. And the funny thing is, this is a development environment for everything. You know what I mean? It's not just, you know, making software, writing Python. It's websites. It's everything. Even writing stories. And we are gonna circle around to a bit more creative writing stuff soon. Okay, because it took me a while, but I've adapted the one I have running at home to do writing tasks, and it's actually kind of funny. You can like give it homework and have it write you a anyway. What I'm trying to do is make it better, because everyone, you've seen that before. I want to make it better with the agentic approach. I know, Daishan, you're right. Imagine if all projects were open source, the acceleration would be crazy. It's true. And Fernicar, whenever acceleration is involved, I know it's exponential, and humankind, me included, can't accurately... Yeah, it's hard to grasp what exponential actually means. The way I see it is exponential, the true meaning of exponential is that it was 50% yesterday. And then it's happened today. That's exponential. It's kind of hard to describe otherwise. You know, it's like something which is going so fast that when it's halfway done, that was yesterday. Do you know what I mean? And then today it's finished. And so if you go back, it's kind of hard to figure it out. It's kind of like an inverse square law. It's kind of weird, but anyway. Let's not get bogged down by the details. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why I share 100% of everything, and I respect everybody that does the same thing. I realise that you have to make money, so that is what it is, right? That's a challenge. Yeah. Have we restarted yet? I just want to test this thing. Come on, heater, don't fail me now. It's freezing here tonight. Okay, video BG, no, oh, crumbs, I've forgotten what I called it. I called it video BG. That's not a good sign then. I'm pretty sure it would have come up. Arrays network. Yeah, that one's there. Other one's not. That's not good. Not a good sign. It's not a good sign. To be honest, I don't even like the way that he's done his mappings. But I'm sure it works because one of them's there. See, mine have tries and stuff, so it'll give you an error saying, oh, this didn't work. Video BG arrays network. Yeah, it's not there. Right, I'm gonna restart it one more time just to make sure, because I'm... Yeah. Could have sworn I already did it. Deshaun says, what is the percentage of philosophers involved in the development of LLM? I imagine it would be something like 0.000. Well, the funny thing is about that, philosophers aren't involved, but their writings are. So we're training the LLMs on what the philosophers wrote, not what they say. But I think that what will happen in future is we'll start to build up new data sets based on what people said, because often what people say and what people write are two similar but different things. And up until now, all of the LLMs were pretty much trained on, well, I can't really say that, that's a very generalistic statement, but the bulk of the data sets come from written data, okay? You know, books, stuff like this, right? And I know that with the advent of Whisper becoming more practical, it's possible to transcribe audio. So, like, you could target Alan Watts, for example, on the philosopher's side of things, yeah? You could target mystics and other deep thinkers who have done, 10 hours, 100 hours on YouTube, and you could transcribe all of that into a data set, and then you could train a LoRa based on that, on those transcriptions, right? In essence, teaching the AI, that's the whole essence of it, right? So that's not something, and the thing is that data set, much like an image data set, could be trained on many different LLMs. So like every year you retrain that data set on the same LLM, but the newest version of it, it'll get better and better over time. But it's almost like, to what end? You know, this is the point we're at right now. It's like I've had a couple of ideas that I'd like to try out with training LLMs, but it's got to have, like, to what end? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is it exactly that I'm trying to prove? I don't know. I've always got, like, a bit of a scientific angle. Video BG. I don't think it's on here, guys. Yeah, erase network, erase network. It doesn't like me. It doesn't like me. It doesn't like me tonight, guys. Background erase network. For whatever reason, it's not letting me run this new node here. It could be any reason. It could just be that this entire code is junk. I will say, ever since we started using... Oh, wait. No. Oh, wait. Oh, hang on a minute. It's switched back to the last version to write the code. God damn it. Oh, well, it's just an attention window thing. Yeah, like a rag that's full of data of a certain writing style. Exactly, yes. Yes, Full Dive. You got it. And we are going to cover stuff like that, by the way. We're going to do deep thinkers, you know, like a deep thinking agent simulation, right? But we're not there yet. We're slowly zoning in on it over time. I try to, like, link all of what we're doing together as best I can. This one is spinning its wheels in the mud right now. For some reason... See, look. What the hell? What the hell? This... Look at this. String? Yeah, I've seen it, Daishan. It's a good show. I read the manga when it came out. Manga. So anyway, this isn't working at all. Look, so why, see what I mean? Image. And here, return name string. It's stuff like this that makes me question what the hell am I doing? So image. What other stupid errors are in here while I'm at it? I mean, everything else looked great. Video path, string, image. Damn it. Output path, string. You see what I mean? This is, yeah, this isn't it. This isn't him. This isn't him. This one's busted. I'm not sure if I like this mini high, man. But then again, it's like, I don't know. I'm going to go back to the other one for a bit. I'm retreating because I'm having crappy results suddenly. And I have to now consider the fact that it could be because mini high is actually screwing me over. It could be not the fact that it's mini high, but the fact that we were swapping between the two different ones. Because they do that, you know. I was planning with high and then acting with normal. And I think that maybe, I don't know. But certainly, it wouldn't normally be that, it wouldn't normally make that big of a deal. Yeah, it started saying this is a string and all types of weird stuff. So, let's switch gears. I've had enough of this. Let's switch gears, guys. I've had enough of that. Right? Let's have a look at something else, because everyone's been asking about this forever. No. Right. So this right here is called Yeah. And you've probably heard about it. And what we're going to do is we're going to just get a Gradio, which works. So is it this one? Yeah, Alice and Anjos. That's the one. Yeah. I'm just going to get Yeah. Which is a Chinese audio generation Gradio. I believe I've already put it in the right place. But I'm going to drop it in Git. I'm going to drop it in here anyway. Okay. So that would be for local GPU users. There is actually like a... I think there's a Docker that can be used with a run pod if you want to pay, but, you know, in case you don't have good thing. But here it is, look. Docker on Windows. I've already got Docker on Windows. NVIDIA Toolkit. I've already got NVIDIA Toolkit. And then it says use Docker Compose. Isn't that fun? Navigate to the directory where Docker Compose is saved and run this. Should we see if Docker's even running? Let's kill this. Docker. Docker. Kill Comfy. Comfy dead. Docker opening. Obviously you can download Docker and install it and all that good stuff. There's plenty of tutorials about that. Look at that. Apparently it's already running. I don't know. It's bizarre to me, you know. But yeah, so anyway, now that's running. I'm going to go to a folder. And do you know what? I need to copy the Docker file, right? I believe this is my Docker Compose. Right, okay, so this should be fun. So let's go to my tools. It should be okay to run it on here. Yeah. What was it? Docker underscore compose. I forget if that's actually the correct. Does it have to be exactly that file name? I bet it does. Docker dash compose. God damn it. It's always the other one. Like a 50-50. It's like putting the USB in upside down. Or, you know, whatever. Right. Oh. Okay, so map. See, this is all crappy because path to models, workspace models. Map the container. Path to models, path to outputs. So you're not really telling me everything I need to know here. Oi. I don't think that really explains it, because my natural reaction is I have to replace that side, yeah? Path to models. I've got to replace this bit. But that might be a virtual folder inside the container, because there is one. Definitely there's one called workspace. So am I supposed to put my path here or here? Or not at all? Oh man, I hate these sorts of I hate this sort of thing, right? Is it going to tell me? It better bloody tell you. Because essentially what you got to do is do Docker Compose from here in terminal. That's what we're actually doing, right? So I've put, but the thing is, the Docker Compose they've given us is crap. Or maybe it's not. But I'm just like, now I'm dubious about this. I haven't run this before, by the way. In case you can't tell. Ah, you guys have been using this with Pinocchio? Right. Yeah, GP V3. Yeah, GP version is for smaller cards, I think. So they've done a whole bunch of different things on it. Yeah, I'm not running that one. But then again, I haven't installed like flash attention and all that other stuff. So Docker Compose. Let's go. I mean, it's not going to work, surely. Surely I need to change the, yeah. Surely I need to change it. Oh, man. Download models all. Yeah. Replace all with specific. Cheers, mate. See, I want the ICL model, but it's not here. This is annoying. Right, okay, here we go. Right. Model key 7B EN ICL. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. So first thing is that had to be changed. It goes map hosts model directory to the container. I'm guessing it literally is. Well, surely that should be fine then. Okay, now it's going, right. One little bit and it's like, now it works. It's funny, isn't it? So anyway, $15 gigabytes later. So what can we do while we're waiting? I'll ditch this for now because it was fun, but literally I just had the idea today and I was like, oh, this could be an interesting one, but for whatever reason it's got some funny thing that's stopping me from making what I want to do. And then they're doing some strange way of bringing it in. I don't do it like this. So I don't quite know, you know, clearly there's something fundamentally different about how they do their init. I think if they did it like I did mine, it'd probably work fine. But I'm just guessing. See, background arrays network, display mapping. So see what I mean? What's all this? Yeah, see, I think this is not correct. As... yeah, do you know what? Oh, man. Because I think I've doubled it up. I think this is actually my own fault. I think I need to use a unique word for... okay. This is wrong. Hold up. Might be able to fix it. Ah, a wild Mr. Super fake name has appeared. I just bought a WD Red 4 terabyte so I can clone 500 gigabyte repos with my new fiber. Yeah, tell me about it. Do you know what I mean? It's getting out of hand, man. It's getting out of hand. The whole proliferation of, you know, model size. Whoa, my internet just suddenly started chugging out. Oh boy. Whoa. Yeah, my computer is like super lagging out now. Like, it's like I'm trying to upscale an 8K image by 4. There we go, I got my mouse back. So what was it doing? Just downloading. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to paste that. And then I'm going to delete all... Ah, it froze again. Stop freezing. There we go. So now I'm going to take away all but the top 2. Oh, wait, crap. I can't do that. I got to do it again. Whoa. Okay. Yep. Up to there. Delete. Did it work? Yes, it worked. Okay, cool. And look at this crap. Right, so background. I'm just going to basically reproduce his init in the way I do it, because I've got a funny feeling that he's doing some shorthand that I don't do. And then I'm not familiar with whatever that shorthand is. And then we get the video BG, because I don't know what the heck, because it's going on about background erase network mappings, you know what I mean? And I think that's just what it's called. It's just another way to say node display name, but I have to just go off the hunch. There. Get rid of these. Okay. Save that. So we've got node display name mapping, and then we've got what should be class mapping and display name mapping, but he's got class mapping and then mapping. I don't know. It's different. So I'm going to try converting it to my way of doing it and see what happens. It can only get worse, right? How are you doing over here, matey? Oh, it's nearly finished. Drum roll. Pick a model, says Mr. Super Fake Name. Nappa, give me all of them. So I don't know. It feels like this last 3% could take some time. So while we're waiting, let's just start comfy up for spiciness. Here we go. Put him back up there. Oh, that was quick. Right. Video BG. Seriously? Still doesn't work. I mean, that one works, but the other one doesn't work. Shame. I had to give it a go. Wait, what? Failed to prepare extraction snapshot. Read-only file system. Unknown. Well, that's not a good sign, is it? That's not a good sign. Oh. What, so I can just run it like this? What? But it says all. man, so confusing. Look at this. Mapping directories for models and outputs. You can mount host directories to store models and outputs outside the container. Isn't that what we asked for? Download models false. So confusing it is. It really is. So what do you actually want me to do? Give me like 5 different commands for running it. So we use the container, Docker up. I don't think it's up. I don't think it's up. Nope. 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 So that did just about nothing. That did nothing. It did nothing. Yeah, so no. I probably just used Pinocchio. Just use Pinocchio. Because, yeah, this is not working. Do you know what I mean? Holy crap. You can also not use Docker Compose and do everything manually just using Docker. Man, I don't want to know that after all this, you know? Docker Compose was garbage. You'd think so, wouldn't you? The only trouble is now he's like, oh, I just used this model. I just want to see something. See, what's the IT for? Did he explain that somewhere and leave it out? GPUs all it. I don't see him explaining what it means. Oh my god. It. Can somebody please define what it means? Oh, right, hang on a minute. Here we go. I can prove myself right or wrong here. Huh? What? Wait. What? So did that actually work then? Hang on. Let me just do this again. Read-only file system unknown from daemon. What? No idea, mate. It just immediately crashed. As soon as you run it, it just immediately crashed. So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure if this is it. Maybe in a different form. Maybe not this one. Maybe a different one. Hang on a minute. Gradio? Oh, so it's got Gradio inside of it. See, this is why I don't like Docker. Because when Docker doesn't work, nobody has a clue what the hell it was. There's no code. There's no, there's no scripts anywhere. You can't, fix it. It just doesn't even start, which is kind of useless. I know people are like, oh, but it's great because it includes everything you need to make it run. And I'm like, yeah, that is great when it runs. When it doesn't run, you're screwed. Doesn't do anything. Can't do anything with it. Ah, well, like I said, I wanted to look at this. And then I forgot. Look, to use Gradio with Docker C Windows. Alright, let's try that, shall we? Yeah, for Windows. Okay. Yeah, for Windows. What? Wait, is it just me or did I just end up on the same page? It's like Groundhog Day. Everything's kind of all crossed out too. And this is Linux. So one-click install Pinocchio, Gradio with Docker. That's this page. That's this page. ICL requires a different thing, yeah. What? This is a startup command? Bro. So you use stage 1 with S1. Yeah, S1, 7. S2, general. So I needed another model anyway. It wasn't ever going to work. It's just weird to see things start with a bash script like this. So yeah, Pinocchio. We've used it before, you know. We've used it before. Oh wow, look at that. Browser use. An AI agent in your browser. I like the look of that. Also, build your own voice with Style TTS2. Might have to check that out. See, this is the trouble. Like, as soon as I get on this, every time I come on this website, I'm like, oh wow, all this cool stuff. Pinocchio system programming. AI video composer. Fish. Ah, I've heard about this. Fish. I need to find out more about fish. Alright. Let's spend the last 10 minutes of the show. Verticar. BG music is so on point right now. So, script publisher is Cocktail Peanut. So, browser use. A Pinocchio script for browser use. Web UI. Let's have a look. Project builds on the foundation of browser use designed to make websites accessible for AI agents. Built on Gradio. Cool. Custom browser support. You can use your own browser, eliminating the need to relog into sites. Okay, so what's it gonna do? Control your browser with AI assistance. Use vision. Damn. Playwright. Interesting. Configure environment. Windows, Mac. Add your API key. Damn it, why does it... Oh, thank God. See, this is the thing. Whenever I see Docker, I'm like, damn it, man, it's a Docker. I hate Docker. It's so annoying. Docker's the most annoying thing. I don't care. Look, I used to love virtual machines. Okay, I'm a big fan of containerization, but there's just something about Docker. I don't know what it is. When it works, it's great, and when it doesn't work, it's a demon. And that's probably being complimentary. Oh, that's interesting. So essentially what this is it's a way to let the LLM control your browser, you know, like remote use, or not remote use, but you know, like it can use your browser. It's crazy. So here we go. Look, check it out. Go to Google. Go to Google, type OpenAI, and click search. So it went to Google, it typed OpenAI. Yeah. So it's like a autopilot for your web browser, I guess. So you could like prompt him to do stuff. That's very cool. I could have sworn I seen this being used, like when it tests out, when it tests. Yeah, it's the same. It uses this when it in. All right. So when he's testing things in VS Code, Klein has the ability to do that. He has the ability to run a little web browser in the chat, go to a thing and click buttons and stuff. How old is this? Not very. Builds on the foundation of browser use. So there's another one. Oh, so it's the same guy. So you got browser use, playwright install. Oh my goodness. Whoa. It's in its infancy, but what we're looking at is the beginning of you know, like Star Trek LCARS in the Next Generation, when everyone's like beep boop beep boop. We're looking at the beginning of that, where we haven't got there yet, but we're like, you know, computer can understand button. You know what I mean? But everything's not made for computer to understand button yet. So it's like buttons on buttons on buttons. Because the buttons are still made for us. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this is a very new one. Browser use and web use are two different projects by the same chap who calls himself Browser Use. Magnus and Gregor. And they're trying to make browser use happen. And they got web UI, Mac OS use, and browser use. Run AI agent in your browser. Oh, that's a bit different. Web UI is built on Gradio and supports most browser use functions. I actually want this. I actually think this is a cool idea. Okay. Then we got Style TTS2. So let's see. Is they have official? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And it's got Richard. Got a whole bunch of different things based on these two. Aha, a GitHub. That's what I want. E-speak. I keep seeing that pop up. I'll be right back. What do we got? Oh yeah, so like I said, I'm looking at this just to see what ins and outs are looking like. So look, you can train this one, which is quite interesting. Style TTS. It's not really cloning if you have to train it though. Inference. Yeah. Man, right. It says build custom voices. Oh, that's how. You build custom voices with sliders, guys. And then you can save the custom voice. So does that mean that it ends up back in the model list? Oof. Obviously this is, yeah, I mean, look. We can try it out, maybe. It says it's running. Maybe I'll get away with it. RuCode has screen configuration too. I bet both Klein and RuCode use it. Yeah, the thing that made me think, you know, because it's the hand. It has a very unique icon for the finger. The middle mouse. It's the same asset. So it made me think, functions the same. Uses the same, you know, cursor indicator icon. It's probably the same. But I don't know. AI video composer. Oh, it's got LTX video built into it. Oh, that's cool. Let's have a look and see who these guys are. It's a Hugging Face project. That's still going. Okay, AI video composer. So what does it do? Compose new video, add video, image and audio, and let Qwen 2.5 coder generate a new video for you using FFmpeg. What? That's new. It's generating videos with FFmpeg. Use the image as the background with a waveform visualization for the audio positioned in the center of the video. Use the image as the background with a waveform visualization for the audio positioned in the center of the video. And make a 3x2 grid of cat images with audio as background music. Make video duration match audio. It's a bit heavy-winded for what you're trying to make it do there. But it's cool, okay? It's cool. It's not what I thought it was. I'll say that much. Fish. This is one thing I've been trying to find out more information on. I might have to make that my Wednesday night Wednesday night project. Here it is. Fish speech. So fish speech has something called a fish agent. Or they're just advertising something else on this GitHub. Yeah, they're advertising something else. Okay. Zero shot and few shot TTS. Input 10 to 30 second vocal. Generate high quality TTS. Looks like the one I've been looking for. Fast with fish tech acceleration. Real-time factor is 1 to 5. And 1 to 15 on an NVIDIA 4090. God damn, that's actually crazy. That's a crazy ratio. 15 times real time. PyQt6 graphical interface. Ooh, PyQt6. Let's see it. Fish speech GUI. Let's see it then. Ooh. I like the GUI. I like the funny thing is the GUI is more interesting to me than the fish thing, even though the fish thing is cool. So you look, you put your Python interpreter in, you put your API key in, you do the backend link, and then you have your audio input and output. Is that live? I guess that's live. Why would you do it that way? I don't know. Huh. Interesting. Should we forget about Gradio and switch to Qt? Hey, I'm thinking about it. See, the thing about Gradio is it looks like a website. It doesn't look like a program. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to say it. Like, Even though this is a little bit rough, like that top menu up there is a bit rough, but everything else looks good. Look at that. You can have it on streaming, so you can just have it continuously. Yeah, I think I need to get to grips with this. Like, look, this is. How did she do it? Or he? I say she. Anya. I don't know. I don't know. Anya Coda wrote this. Extra requirements. Interesting. How old is this? It's not that old. Okay, and then we go back to... Oh, crap, I just closed it. I hate it when that happens. It's got to be... It's got to be an annoying thing. Right. So looking at the actual fish speech... Okay, fish speech, fish agent. There's fish audio and fish agent. Better start making a new VNV. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think there's any room in the in my current VNV for this. Oh, don't even talk to me about Docker. Goddamn Docker pulls. One thing I've noticed though. Docs maybe. No, it's all in Chinese or Korean. It's all in other languages. Maybe, unless they're other... I don't know. Oh, wait, Ian. Hey. Index.md. Right, we found it. Okay, so what we do is we do conda create fish speech Python 10. Ooh. No. Wrong ones. Let's have a look at those requirements again. Where are they? There are no freaking requirements because it's a Docker. Do you know what, man? I truly detest it. Oh, wait, hang on. I detest Docker because it doesn't show you how to build with it. It just gives you, like, this is good. This is good. See, I could set up an environment that does all of this, right? No worries as well. The Triton stuff's a little bit worrying. Ha ha. We're getting close to Sage Attention 2 Electric Boogaloo. But install env.bat to install the environment. Compilation acceleration. Yeah. See, it's all this stuff. Most people haven't done any of that stuff. I think I've got that. I don't have this. I don't know what that is. I don't know. LLVM. Don't know what that is. Add path to current user. Non-professional Windows users. That means the tier. It's not an insult. Like Windows Home probably can't do it. Or probably yeah. All right, there was one more thing I wanted to look at somewhere. Fish and style TT. Oh, right, so we have looked at all of them then. See, the last time we used Pinocchio, we used it for a voice cloning tool, which isn't even on the front page anymore. I don't know if that is an indicator or anything. Is this like got a... Is this filtered by... No, it's not. It's just in a random order. If I refresh, they're the same order. Makes you wonder, like, is this the order that they're currently most popular? But you know what I mean? It might be. There is a search bar. Yeah, I'm not searching for anything at the moment. So if there is there a search bar? I don't think there is. If there is, I can't see one. But no, I'm not looking for... I'm just looking at... I'm literally just reading what's on here, because they've added loads of stuff since the last time I was on here. This one looks weird, man. He looks like a cookie. An AI-powered mirror. Oh, God. I hate to think. They are released in order, are they? Cheers, Pete. So it looks like the one that we looked at last time I was on here is actually not on here anymore. It was a voice clone. But look, there's another one here. So what is the best... See, that's a hard question, isn't it? What is the best voice cloner? There's Bark. I've tried a lot of these as well. And I think that it's not... Sometimes the best doesn't mean the best quality. Sometimes the best means the most dynamic, the most easy to develop with, the smallest model, so it'll run on more machines. You know what I mean? It's like the formula for success. It's not just quality. Oh, here it is. E2F5 TTS. E5F. That's why I couldn't bloody remember it. It's just nonsense. E2F5. And I think they originally called it this. A fairy tailor that fakes fluent and faithful speech with flow matching. That's F5. F, 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 F. 5 Fs. And then embarrassingly easy, fully non-auto-regressive zero-shot TTS. E2 for embarrassingly easy. So you want to know why I forgot it? That's why. I forgot it because it's like, that's ridiculous. So we'll go to the E2 TTS. And I'm just going to go... Welcome back, everyone. I'm just going to be copying my voice. Keep it under 15 seconds. I'd say 5 seconds is pretty short. They're gonna ban cars by 2030. Let's see how it do. Let's see how it do. So we should have audio now for this one. This one was style TTS. We did this earlier.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yeah, see, that sounds bad, but whatever. I mean, look, it's not, the quality isn't too bad. I'm guessing I can just use sliders, right? That's the idea. Welcome back, everyone. I'm just gonna be copying my voice. That was real. Don't get excited. Wow, that was really good. Yeah, that was just me.
They're going to ban cars by 2030. They're going to ban cars by 2030.
Okay, so apart from the rising intonation that I don't normally go with, apart from that thing where I don't, you know, I don't normally do that.
They're going to ban cars by...
They're going to ban cars by... That was pretty good. But then they went...
By 2030?
By 2030? Like, what the hell? I can't... Look, if I try to do that, like, a rising intonation, inflection, questioning thing, I can't even do it. I try... I just start laughing. I can't do it.
They're going to ban...
They're going to ban cars by 2030? No, I don't. It doesn't even sound right.
Ban cars by 2030?
They're going to ban cars by 2030? 30?
Going to ban cars by 2030?
Do you know, right, listen. It's actually very good. I only gave it 15 seconds. Let's give it a little bit more gibber. Let's give it a bit more gibber. I don't really know. Most of the time, I just have a coffee. I like full fat milk in my coffee. But apart from that, I don't know. I try to just keep active. You know, sleep a lot. Keep active and sleep a lot. All right.
I don't really know.
Okay, so that's me. They're going to ban cars by 2030. And then we'll all be walking. Let's go. Whoa.
I want mom just going to wear a ban hours and then a ban my cars by 30 baht.
Mate, that's cooked. Did you hear that? Absolutely cooked. What happened? Wait, reference text. Leave it blank. I've done this before. The reference text was junk. Indian Johnson and the Holy Grail. That sounds like a great movie that we could make together. Okay, let's go again.
They're going to ban cars by 2030, and then we'll all be walking.
What's wrong with my voice? The intonation stuff is weird. He was like,
They're going to ban cars by 2030, and then we'll all be walking.
It sounded like a demented robot. We will do this, and then we will do this. It needed reference text. Yeah, true. So how about we give it something like, you know, something... Oh, hang on. Look at that. I really don't know. Most of the time I just have a coffee, like full fat milk. Don't know what. I don't know. Yeah, so actually I think... Yeah, okay. He figured it out on his own, guys. So now it actually has that in the reference text. So it's whispering before it's TTSing and all that good stuff. It did. Nasal congestion Johnson. Hey man, that's pretty accurate.
They're going to ban cars by 2030, and then we'll all be walking.
Do you know what? Apart from it sounds like I've been bumped in the head. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like I'm suffering from a concussion. Mr. Super Fake Name says, I've talked to you at 3 a.m. and you sound just like that. To be fair, you recorded monotone. It's true. So, yeah, I was impressed with this at the time. Still impressed with it now. I think that I completely forgot. I wonder if it's possible to build this. Can we build with this? Might not be possible. That's the paper. I want the code. GitHub. Okay, let's have a look at it, shall we? Install a bunch of stuff. Ooh. Okay. Hey, man. Why is this... Oh, again, Docker. Electrolab says, I like Bot Johnson. Hey, maybe we'll give him a regular spot on the show. So, okay, so you can choose from a few options, thank God. See, literally, I was like turning off from the idea because I saw the word Docker. But they gave 3 options, actually. Okay, so just for inference, it's just pip install. Seriously? It's already got Gradio. Quick start Gradio evaluation. Because the thing is, I'm looking for a voice cloner. Because, you know, even though I've got like, yeah, I want your code. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because I'm looking for something which I can use to do voice cloning, and I want to turn it into a comfy node. It's just a little like, it's just a little side objective I've been trying to get. You know, just a little, you know. Ooh, there's an F5 TTS ONNX version. Ooh. What's this? Uh-oh. Whoa, so look, there's the reference audio path. I'm not quite sure. I guess it was written by a Chinese. Oh wow, Chinese character stuff. Wow, loads of pinyin stuff. What's all this? ONNX runtime sessions. Huh. So what? You might be able to make this run local? I mean... CPU only. I mean... It looks like it's just this. I don't know. Tried the easy to use version. Wait, what? Someone already did it? Someone already did it. Someone already did that. Stop trying to make stuff. They already did it. So if you can't reach Hugging Face, just download it from here as a backup. Nice. So we've got inference bat. Let's have a look at this inference pie. Wow. Oh, okay. Data entry end. It's the same sort of look to it. I don't know what the hell's the date. What's the data entry for? Custom to Kinter? Oh my god. We're in uncharted territories. Torch audio load. Audio generation is complete. Okay, so yeah, more stuff to think about basically. But I'm overrunning on time. So thank you everybody. Thank you everybody. Full Dive said real quick. F5 is good for zero shot. There is one just came out yesterday. I looked at it yesterday and I didn't think it was very good compared to this. But maybe, you know, maybe it's a different one. You never know with these things. Okay, guys, so we've had a look at a whole bunch of different stuff tonight. Don't forget, we've got all of the projects up on the Mushroom Fleet. You can go and check out any of these, clone them, do whatever the hell you want. Tomorrow is Thursday. We have the Art Hole Hangout. Don't forget, link is in the description if you want to get involved. That means we're not going to be up on YouTube tomorrow. We're going to be in the Hangout section. That's right, we're going to be doing our weekly Discord meet, Q&A, all that good stuff. So there it is. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time.